place we are heading is Yona Shimel's. Yona Shimel's is a knishery, which is a little bit of a mouthful to say if you've never tried it before. But this is actually, you were saying this is the last knishery in New York City.
Yeah, knisheries had started when a large population of Eastern European Jews from Russia, Poland, Romania came over to the States, settled here in the late 1880s, brought over with them recipes, and Yona Shimel could tell a story of his life.
Yes, so this is an older place in the neighborhood. It's been around a long time. Outside the door it says 1910 is when they were established. That's actually only when the store was established. Yona Shimel got here in 1890, but like many people at the time who were newly arrived immigrants, he couldn't get a storefront right away. That was a big leap if you were starting a food business. So he and many other people started a pushcart business. There were pushcart peddlers all over this neighborhood, and that's really how you started your business a lot of the time.
Well, in fact, Yona Shimel had a little bit more complication. He had been a learned rabbi in Romania. He was trained, came over here thinking it's a huge Jewish population in the Lower East Side. I'm going to get a job, no problem. They need rabbis. Now, too many rabbis. So,
Knish!
Luckily, his wife happened to have a great recipe for knish. He worked his way up, like you said. The shop's here now, and it's probably one of the only remaining true knisheries in the city. Most have not survived over the decades. They're still here and going.
And you will see knish sold in other parts of the city. Actually, sometimes you'll see something off of hot dog carts in Midtown called a knish. Not the same thing. Yeah. Not nearly the same thing.
They're not bad if you need a quick snack.
Sure.
They're square, they're not hand-baked like here, but this is the real thing.
Do yourself a favor and come down and try the real thing. So we are here with our knish. It is out of the bag. This is just a plain potato knish, but there are a lot of different options when you go in there. There's like potato and broccoli, potato and spinach, potato and mushroom, which is one of my favorites.
There is a jalapeno
they get
knish.
little.
I feel that's like almost a little sacrilegious, but go for it if it's your thing.
If
They're
that's
still
what you're
really
into,
good.
that's cool.
Yeah, no one's reading any rolled up messages in a knish.
But more classic flavors are going to be either the potato or the kasha. But this, so if you've never seen the inside of one of these before, you can see it is really mostly just potato. I am holding this and it weighs an absolute ton. That's how you know a knish is good, is if it has a lot of weight to it. It looks like a lot of bread when you look at a knish before you bite into it. It looks like an enormous amount of bread. It's not. It's really all about the filling. This is just here to hold all of this in.
Yeah, otherwise you'd be eating sort of a handful of what's similar to mashed potatoes. Yeah. And what's great is like they're so simply seasoned, but taste so good.
Perfect.
It's just maybe some salt, pepper, maybe a little onion.
Yeah.
And that's all you need. Although I see you're putting mustard on them.
I love
it's
mustard.
Pretty classic.
I love mustard on a knish.
I'm traditional. I'll just eat the whole knish with nothing on it. Maybe just to describe a kasha knish, which you might want to try at your own risk. So kasha it's a bulgur wheat that originated again in Eastern European, with Jewish communities and other Eastern Europeans and Russian communities as sort of a staple of their diet. Now, it's a very dry grain. So when you get a kasha knish, it's going to be like a really big mouthful of dryness, but it's also can be very moist at the same time. And kasha knish among older New Yorkers, we're talking about people who are 70, 80 years old. When I go to Florida to visit my relatives, I get orders to fly down kasha knish from Yona Shimel's. So that's just how good they are, and you should give it a try.
Yeah, it's worth trying, definitely.